Enjoy. Let me know if you can hear me now. Can you guys still not hear me? Let me try to take How about now? Can you guys hear me? Okay, wonderful. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate it very much. Okay, so all I had said was that I'm doing sugarcoating to stop sugarcoating things. We were born into. I also said that it was 11. Some of y'all know we work tonight. Figured it goes in and out, will mostly out. Fudge. Can y'all hear me? No, I'm not on mute. I wanted to use the mic. Put it right here. Let me just take it out. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Took the mic off. Unplugged the mic. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, cool. We're just gonna roll with no external mic. You know what it probably was? I noticed when I use this, it's important to have it already plugged up to the phone before I start the live stream. So that's probably what it was. But yeah, you guys, this message is called It's Time to Stop Sugarcoating Things, okay? You were born into spiritual warfare, okay? So let's see what the messages are. What does the Holy Spirit want us to know tonight? Okay, what does the Holy Spirit want us to know tonight? I also stated that I work overnight. Some of you guys might know that. Okay, I do work tonight. They want me to wear red to my job tonight. So I have some red pants that I'm gonna wear. And then I'll probably just do like this top with my work jacket. I have like a jacket that I bought for my job. The pants I actually also bought for my job. Okay. Let's see. Like, your childhood is very significant. So there could just be a lot coming to the forefront, to the surface for you guys right now. What's the message? Let's get 3 cards out of this deck. It's time to stop sugarcoating things, okay? It's just time to stop sugarcoating things. Let's see what the definition of sugarcoating is. Let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. To talk about or describe something in a way that makes it seem more pleasant or acceptable than it is. Yeah, it's time to stop talking about this in a way that, see, your childhood is significant. We talked about Lemony Snicket on the last reading. We talked about Lemony Snicket. I do feel a little bit rushed, but I'm like, okay, because I have to leave the house and by within 1 hour, I have to be out of that door. So I'm kind of like, okay, I don't want to feel pressured in the reading to like speedball through things, and I don't want to. What I do want is to be able to take my time with the message, and I want to be able to deliver the message, and I also have to go to work. I also choose to go to work. Okay? I really don't have to do anything. What's here? Hi, Empress Flames. What's here? Okay. Music. Okay. Music. I don't think I would give my number out on YouTube, but what's here? Your sacral chakra. So we have our root chakra, our sacral chakra and our solar plexus. Your sacral chakra, okay? Someone could have attacked you, heightened senses. Someone could have attacked you through your sacral chakra, which is the chakra above your root chakra. And it has to do with your sensuality and like, so this, okay, so let's see what else is here. You could have also experienced some type of sexual trauma, okay, in your youth, I heard, okay, but it's more likely it was in your childhood, okay. Your senses are heightened. You're aware, okay. 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups. I'm trying to picture, oh, the 9 of Cups is like wish fulfillment. So, yeah. Your senses are heightened about whatever this is that you're no longer willing to sugarcoat. You could have honestly stopped sugarcoating this a while ago, okay? We have Queen of Wands, body count. Yes, so this is giving like, there could have also been a woman that was inappropriate with you, like sexually when you were a child or when you were a teenager, or there was just some theme of like something regarding sexuality. It could have been like incest, I'm hearing. It could have been like stories this person told you. It could have been the way, whatever this was, it's the way. This could have been your dad's girlfriend also, is what I just heard. This could have been whatever this was, it left you like scarred. It scarred your sacral chakra. So when you got older, you had like blockages in terms of your sexuality. You could have been very promiscuous, okay? Umbilical cord, look. This is like a mother, your heart. This person also, there's something significant about your music or music where like this person tries to battle you and cause like mental conflict. Okay, a rap battle is significant. Okay, Theo. Okay. Even just this right here, you're no longer willing to sugarcoat this. Let's move from this deck. Yeah, I heard family values. Okay, family values. Valium is significant. It's like a painkiller, I think. I think that's like a painkiller or like an opioid. So whoever this is, I'm getting like a wine drunk mother. Okay. You could have also had a mother who didn't drink. Like she could have always said like, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. These other parents drink and do drugs. But like there was also something else going on that was extremely unhealthy. Okay, so this person is a parental figure and they could have handled things. Maybe they didn't drink or smoke, but they were still harboring their own trauma in some kind of harmful manner. Look, strategy and deceit. So, and their strategy is to deceive you. Okay. We'll get into the whys. Okay. Housewives are significant. A wives' tale is significant. Okay. And you could have walked away from this community. Okay. This could also be 3 women. Okay. 3 blind mice is significant. So this could be like a mother, a sister, a grandmother, for instance. Okay. You're walking away from this community. Okay. And from your childhood. I feel like whatever you're doing now, you're not really doing it for likes. So let's say you're a music art, lice is significant, L-I-C-E. Let's say you're a music artist. I don't feel like you're doing it for likes. Let's say you have a YouTube channel, you're really not doing it for likes. Like your senses are very heightened at this time. Whatever you're doing is also healing your sacral chakra. There could be music that you listen to that it connects you to your sacral chakra. This could be like house music or you know how, have you guys ever seen when they talk about like romanticizing your life, and they're like, yeah, if you're like trying to tap in, if you're like strengthening your divine femininity or whatever, play softer music, listen to like classical music, listen to like certain music. It can what I want to say is like, okay, so let's say you're this person who there was some type of promiscuity or like some kind of trauma in your childhood, like that could have left you. Let's say you're a woman and there was some kind of trauma in your childhood. It could have left you in a state where it's not necessarily that you were hardened, but you were, James Harden is significant, but Keisha Cole is also significant. It could have left you in a state where you just weren't as comfortable in your feminine energy, if that makes sense. So when like deeper love songs would play and stuff like that, you kind of felt like separated from it. A severance is significant. Severance check, okay, severance package. Somebody could have lost their job or something like that, but I feel like, I don't know, if that is you or somebody you know or something like that, like they're gonna get a great severance package on their, after they lose a job or whatever. But basically, you felt like detached from that kind of music. Like you felt like it wasn't really for you or something like that. Okay. Did I already cut this deck? I think I did. Let's see what's here for. It's time to stop sugarcoating something. You were born into spiritual warfare. Also, I'm seeing like a witch. Like I kind of do feel like your mother, it's just time to stop sugarcoating it. I understand that you don't want to call it what you feel like it's been revealed to you of what it actually is, because you feel like you're name calling this person. Also, anytime that you did speak up about this, I feel like we have patience in reverse. I feel like, so somebody's losing patience. You're like losing patience here. Okay. I feel like whenever you did speak up about this, you were shut down or silenced. And then you were also like told, like, instead of like, okay, so let's say somebody calls you let me get my legs more comfortable. Let's say somebody calls you a bitch. I feel like you're the type where you would ask them like, how was I a bitch to you? Or like, what makes you, how was I, oh my gosh, y'all, I just accidentally moved my whole table and my cards are leaning against the wall. I thought I had this. You would ask this person like, how's I a bitch to you? Okay. So if somebody makes an accusation against you, you're gonna ask them like, okay, how was I a bitch to you? What did I lie about? You're gonna call it right out and ask them, right? You're not just gonna be like, you falsely went out there and said that I was a bitch. If this is somebody that you care about, for instance, right? You're gonna be like, how was I a bitch to you? Why are you going around the neighborhood telling everybody that I was a bitch to you? Because honestly, for somebody to get to the point where they're walking around the neighborhood telling everybody, hi Dawn, telling neighbors and bus drivers and whoever, their friends, family friends, whoever, oh, Mango's Tarot is a bitch. They're gonna be looking at you like, isn't Mango's Tarot your sister? Isn't that your biological sister? Why are you going around the neighborhood? Why does this person, Jane Doe, have to go? Why does Mango's Tarot's sister have to go around, feel the need to go around the neighborhood and tell everybody that Mango's Tarot is a bitch. This Mango's Tarot's sister. For it to be to that level, what I'm saying is that probably Mango's Tarot didn't fucking listen and didn't care. When Jane Doe, my sister, came to me and told me like, yo, you really hurt me. I really want to talk to you about this. It must have just got to the point where I just really wasn't hearing. Look, broken heart. I just really wasn't hearing what my sister had to say. My sister got to the point where she felt so unheard, silenced, unimportant, unvalued, unwanted, etc. that now she's just got this so heavy on her heart. She's losing patience and walking around crying out to strangers, telling people about how her heart is broken because Mango's Tarot is such a bitch, blah, blah, blah. Okay, boom. So, how you got to that point, I'm not sure, but I feel like you could have publicly stated what went on, okay? And, take broken heart. You could have publicly stated what went on, and you're just done sugarcoating something. You lost patience. Somebody lost patience. What's here? Holy Spirit. Action. Okay? Could have taken some form of action here. I don't know how we just got on that story because then I kind of lost my train of thought. But 16, 17. Look. After patience, then comes action. Okay? But somebody lost patience here. Okay? A doctor could have also lost patience or be losing patience or something like that. What are you no longer? It's time to stop sugarcoating something. Oh, okay, boom. So how we got to that was because your mother, someone in you were born into spiritual warfare. Someone in your family is like a witch, okay? I don't know who it is, but the point is that you could have vocalized that at some point. You could have eventually vocalized that, like, my mom's doing witchcraft against me, or because people don't understand what witchcraft is, and a lot of that's neither here nor there. The point is that you eventually said it, but you came to this person several times directly, like trying to talk about what was going on and how certain things were not honest. Like, see, that's witchcraft in itself. When you feel the need to speak out on the truth and you feel stifled from doing that, that's sugarcoating. So I understand that you don't want to, that's not sugarcoating, but trying to say, oh, well, like me in this reading right now, trying to tell you guys, like, oh, you might have a family member that's like not cool. And it's like, okay, I'm tired of sugarcoating things. Like, if your mom if somebody in the collective's mom is a witch up and down, like, bro, your mom is a witch. And you don't have to take any matters into your own hands. Like, honestly, we really just need to like pray for these people and just kind of like keep our distance, because I know that deep down we care about these people, especially if it's your mom. Like, a lot of times a parent can do so many fucked up things. Like, remember, even Tupac said, even though you was crack fiend, you was a black queen. Now, having a crack addiction is different from doing witchcraft on your child, but there's still a notion there of compassion. Okay. So we have patience, reversed, action. So I feel like this is you, like you've lost patience here and you're taking some kind of action towards the sun, like towards your music, towards painting, towards like your reflection, butterflies. There's like a new birth here. This could also be older music. Like, you're really just surrounding yourself with basically like sunlight, nature, the things that you love. Like, you could have also felt like you couldn't be around babies. I feel like this was also a result of whatever this like magic was. Okay. Carrying connections, financial, look, whatever this magic was, it honestly interfered. Like, whatever this witchcraft was, it honestly interfered on, like, it blocked your connection. It blocked you from like having caring connections. You did have caring connections with people, but a lot of times they were just mirror reflections of this perpetrator basically that whose home you were born into. So even though you had caring connections, like it was really just you that was doing all the caring. Okay, someone's name could be Karen. Okay, Jerry Seinfeld is significant. Like this also led you to having like really deep financial constraints in your life. Okay, drywall is significant, holes in the wall are significant. Like whatever this was, it created a lot of like issues around your life. Okay, and once you took these steps through like the door to your personal healing and happiness and the door to spirit, that created a lot of hostilities in whoever these people were. Someone could also have a very masculine spirit. Okay, I'm also seeing a lot of so remember we had 16, 17, here we have 13, 14, 43, 44. Okay, it's like you're scared to, somebody is scared to say the truth, basically. Y'all, last night at work, right? So I was scheduled to get off at 5:30, right? Like on certain days I'm scheduled to get off at 5:30. Other days I'm scheduled to get off at technically 6 a.m. But then they started asking me like, oh, can you just like, you probably just need to have it in your head that you're gonna stay till 6:30. We'll pay you for that extra hour or whatever like that. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, you know, I can plan for that. So I started, you know, having more leniency around leaving at 6. And I was like, okay, well, if there's still stuff, I wonder what this would look like if I move this to this side. But okay, I was like, okay, well, I wonder, I was like, okay, well, I'll just, I'll be more understanding and I'll plan to leave at like, um, 6:30 or whatever. You know, like I'm not about to trip on the time, even though, you know, that's different than getting off at 6. I'm like, okay, well, if they told me that I might need to stay till 6:30, I'll just plan to like stay till 6:30 or whatever. So a lot of times I'm still able to get out of there closer to 6 because I start my duties really early. I don't know if I like or don't like Trump, but I'm definitely more, as of lately, I'm more like, I probably would lean more conservative in terms of my political, like, my political views and the legislations and things that have been. I'm not a fucking politician, but I've definitely, I'm not super political, but I feel like I've definitely leaned more like conservative with, in terms of what I agree with, in terms of what had been promoted, especially when it came to kids and like trans, like ideologies and stuff like that. That really like turned me off from the liberal political standpoints and stuff like that. Hi, Kristen. But basically, yeah, so last night I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some food across the street. There's like a Waffle House. So I was like, okay, I know I'm like really hungry. I kind of, hi, Alpha. I was like, okay, I know I'm really hungry. So I'm gonna, and I kind of need to grocery shop right now. Like I have some stuff at home, but I'm kind of like, need to grocery shop. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some Waffle House. So it was like 5:30. I want to say, because once I finally ordered the Waffle House, it was like, sorry, y'all, I'm just experimenting with angles because I'm trying to see what I really like. But yeah, by the time I like got the Waffle House, by the time I ordered, it was like 5:30. I mean, the order said 5:50. So, and I know when I first walked across the street to get the Waffle House, I came back and I was gonna just order it on their app because the lady at the Waffle House told me like, I was like, hey, I've never ordered from here before. Is it better to get it on the app, like order a mobile order, or order it from the fucking fucking window, because it's like a window only Waffle House. And she was like, if you order at the window, it's gonna be 20% tax, and if you order on the app, it's just gonna be regular tax. So I was like, okay, cool. And when I came back, instead of like continuing to chill on the patio at my job and like place the order, I was like, oh, well, let me circle inside real quick and see like if there's any final loose ends I can help with. Mind you, I don't even work that role on Thursday. So last night was Thursday. So I have like multiple jobs at my job basically. And on some days I work one job and on the other days I work the other job. So I was like, but it kind of just starts blending. And that's usually I'm gonna be honest, from my experience, that is usually what ends up happening. Like if you end up having like 2 different jobs at a job, they'll end up just pulling you into either role at any point in time because they feel like, you know, I don't want to say they feel like they own you, but it's just like whatever they need you to do, pretty much they'll just ask you to do it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to really bitch at them about that. Plus, it's not going to have any positive effect for me. I might as well just do whatever they're asking. And let me see something. Okay, so I went inside and I was like, let me, I kind of think I did actually like it over here because y'all can see the cards a little bit more. I don't know though. Y'all let me know what y'all like. Y'all like it like over here or what? So anyways, when I came back from across the street, because my coworker was like, you can just walk over there. People walk over there all the time. And the whole time I saw him walk my coworker over there the other day, like when she was waiting around, because pretty much once we close, we have to like kind of wait around to get paid each night or whatever like that. So, you know, certain people's payout process is a lot faster than other people's. So some people get off quicker, just depending on what you do there or whatever. And so he was like, yeah, you want me to walk over there with you? And I was like, no, I'm good. You know me, like LOL type shit. You know, I'm from Chicago. I'm good, whatever. So I was like, no, I'm good. I'll just walk over there. It's literally across the street. So I walked over there, got the information. I was like, okay, boom, I'm just going to go back to my job. I'll order it there and I'll pick it up once I get off. Mind you, I'm already technically off because it was already 5:30. And how I know it was already 5:30 is because the door girl takes the drawer to the back into the office to be counted. And that's where I don't think I get paid from that money, but either way, it's like, because they split their stuff however they want. I'm not trying to blow their business out into the open, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I know it was 5:30 because she was already gone. She was already in the back in the kitchen, you know, handling that in the office or whatever with the manager or whatever. So in my mind, it's like, dude, I'm off. Mind you, I'm still walking around, circling around, finding little things to help. I keep saying help up with instead of help out with. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I was like still running around helping out with stuff or whatever like that. So let me see what else we need to know. But basically, I was still running around helping out with stuff, picking up hookahs, picking up the bottle service buckets and stuff like that. Just like helping clean up because I know in their minds, you know, even though I'm not bar backing on Thursdays, it's still like Millie's a bar back. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna run around so they don't have to tell me. Because typically if they see me standing around on the cameras, somebody will message and be like, can you go and help do XYZ? And I'd be wanting to be like, dude, that's not my job tonight. But at this point, I just say, sure, I got it. I'll go do it. And ultimately, it's like, I do see them kind of trying to take care of me too on the back end. So I'm like, okay, like, even though y'all not changing my title like you guys said you would or whatever, I'm at the point where I'm like, who even cares? I'll just do the role. I'll just do whatever you guys ask me to do pretty much. So, because as long as I'm getting like paid for it and as long as I feel like I came and I did my job, you know, and God can be pleased with my work, then I'm good, you know. We really need to learn to live to please the Lord. It is 12 a.m. So, at any rate, here's like this mature woman, by the way. But at any rate, also music, I want to say, and I know we're jumping back and forth from the story to the reading. Music could have also been some type of way, like your mom had ties to you. Like either you do music or your mom is a music head, or tried to like make you feel like she was going to continue to stay connected with you through music, which is great, but not if you're not safe with your mom because she keeps doing witchcraft on you. That's not cool. Then you probably allowed yourself to be separated from her because you didn't feel safe with your mom anymore. Probably as an adult, when you started awakening more and more, your senses are heightened right here. Okay? You're taking action towards the sun. You're moving towards the light. You're moving towards the Lord, towards positivity. Okay? Like, and you might be asking like, oh, what is the spiritual warfare? What is the witchcraft that you're talking about? Dude, witchcraft is like, let's say your mom is sending you really long text messages about how you're just this horrible person and she's so concerned about the fact that, you know, back to the whole Aunt Doreen scenario, that you chose to talk to Aunt Doreen because Aunt Doreen is such a bad person. But then when you take the time to read this message, respond to the message and be like, okay, well, you know, oh, your aunt, remember the scenario from the other day was like your Aunt Doreen and then your other aunt Judy, her sister, and shit like that. So like you go back to the aunt, you write her back and you're like, yo, mind you, this aunt like raised you, she took care of you or some shit like that. So you tell her like, oh, well, you read everything, you take it in, you take it into consideration, you're concerned, you write back, you're like, yo, the reason why, da 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 da, you're explaining yourself, you're asking her questions, you're telling her how you feel, and none of this fucking matters to her. So it's like, okay, all she writes back and says is like, well, you went and talked to your Aunt Judy and I told you that I don't fuck with your Aunt Judy. And you're like, well, you know, I was homeless and I didn't have anywhere to go, and you were still mad at me about, you know, the fact that you feel like I didn't help you move your piano when you were moving from your apartment. And, you know, I told you that I didn't want to lift the piano because I'm just a girl and that I could call some guys over to help you lift the piano, but you declined. Like, you keep holding this against me that I didn't help you move your piano. Like, it's not that I didn't help you move. I just didn't want to help you move the piano. Like, I was going to call for help. And you were so upset with me about that you didn't want to let me get the keys back to your house so that I could come stay there. And Aunt Judy said I could come stay with her. And, like, you were just holding stuff against me. What is... Thomas, stop sugarcoating. So, and then your aunt will still send you like music and be like, oh, I'm just sending you this music because I know you love music so much, and I'm just sending you this picture of these puppies because I know that you love puppies so much. Like, whatever it is that you have like a connection with, this person played on that. And I do feel this is a woman with that Queen of Wands card. We have distant horizons. You are also very distant from this person, okay? You also broke free from this person. Sudden wealth reversed. There's a mature woman card and a poverty card, okay? Courthouse. You broke free from something, okay? This mature woman also this mother tried to disrupt your financial flow. We already talked about that with that deck with the financial constraints. Like, she tried to disrupt your financial flow because she felt like you shouldn't be so lucky and you should be in poverty. She could have literally tried to mess up jobs for you, your gift, send you messages, sending you these messages of concern, okay? But this is like a false person here, sending you these messages of concern about a gift or about your gift, like literally about your music, trying to steal from you, acting like she's concerned right here. Like being like let's say you're a trumpet player. Like, you know, the reason I feel like your career as a trumpet player hasn't taken off is because you just insist on talking to your Aunt Judy and, you know, like I told you when you were a baby, when you were a kid, I told you your Aunt Judy was really messed up, and that everything that she put her hands on and her claws on, she just would fuck it up. And you're the one that wanted to go talk to your Aunt Judy, and that's why your trumpet playing career is not taking off. And you're just like, thinking about all of that lately. And it's just time to stop sugarcoating things. The fact of the matter is, you were born into spiritual warfare. Like, you were born into spiritual warfare. Meaning your family is not even your family for real. And your popularity exhausted these people. Like, how much of a light, how much action you took towards the light, because I guess these people, they don't heal their, they blame everyone else for their trauma. Hey y'all, if y'all are still in here, shout out to the two of y'all that are still here. So my phone died and I do have to go ahead and get ready for work, but this is what we have so far. Okay. I'm gonna leave the when I cut the tarot deck, we had the Four of Wands and I heard the tarot card. Yeah, and the Nine of Wands. These people are exhausted, okay, by this big tower that's hitting. I don't feel like I was fully able to tap into the message on this reading just yet, but parkour is significant, and then also like your story is significant, okay? There's something major going on at this time with like your family, okay? Somebody is getting exhausted. I don't know. This honestly could be you. You run out of patience right here. Patience is a virtue. Love is patient. Love is kind. Or the way these people treating you is kind or no. You do need to bless your enemies. Pray for them that wrongfully use you and persecute you and things like that. And that's why I said pray for these people. Like, you don't want anything bad to happen to these people. You just want what's right to take place, and still running into issues with things like the truth and accountability. If someone is lying to you about you being cursed, or you being a bad person, or you believing in bad things, or you, being a bad, sometimes when I look at my face, I really remind myself of that one character from the Space Jam movie, and I'm going to put it in, I'm going to upload it so y'all can see it. But anyways, yeah, form of witchcraft. You can't just lie to someone about reality. That's like gaslighting them. Okay, and that's actually a very dangerous tool, and it's a form of witchcraft. So I do need to get ready for work, y'all. And that kind of sucks, but I'm grateful to have a job. And I'm so glad I got on here to show my face, even though I see that if I want to do these readings like before work, I will need to start just a little bit earlier so I could hop on here around like 10 to 12 instead of like 11 to 12, because I like to have a little bit more time. And honestly, tonight I cut into that hour because I was still getting ready. So yeah, I just need to put my clothes on and fucking order my ride and go. So tonight should be a breeze. I'm not going to let anything stress me out at work. If there's anyone watching this and you're going to work tonight or anything like that, just, you know, have a good night at work for you. All you have to do is serve the Lord. Oh, and like I said, when I went to the Waffle House and came back across the street, then I went into the back and the manager was like, where are you running around to? Why you running around? Why you going there like that? And was questioning me in front of these other workers. And I was just like, I thought that, so I was just going to get some food, you know. My whole thing is that little comment like bothered me once I was home. I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder why he said that. Did the owner call him and ask why was I running off the property? Like, because they're always trying to like, they were trying to like clock, like, you see what I'm saying, trying to like watch me and ask weird questions. Like one time the manager was like, so and so said, you know, make sure you're not getting rides home from any of the customers. And I was like, I have every single Lyft receipt. Like, I always take a Lyft ride home. I've never gotten a ride home from a customer. Like, what would even make them think that? And he was like, I don't know. People think a lot of weird things, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, like, no worries. So I'm not gonna be doing that. So it makes me feel like, it makes me feel like somebody's watching me. And it makes me feel nervous and have anxiety about my job. So let's not have anxiety about our jobs tonight, because Lord knows we do a great job. And I just, you know, I'm just going to smile and say, okay, like I told y'all, if they ask me to do something, I'm just going to say, okay, and I'm going to do it, even if that bothers me. Whatever they need me to do, I'm going to do it. You know, just let me do what I need to do to get to where I'm going, and we'll be fine. But yeah, you guys, I'll probably pick this reading back up when I get home. Thank you guys all for joining. Please have a great Friday night. Thank you, Dictator. I will talk to you guys soon. I don't know why the children of God are always under attack, but come on now. Exactly. I'm like, Alpha. Yeah, I'm like, okay, y'all just doing what y'all supposed to do. But my thing is, if I'm off the clock, don't worry about if I'm going to get Waffle House, because if the door girl had already taken the drawer to the office, that means it was already past 5:30. I'm off at 5:30 on Thursdays. So if I'm just waiting around an extra 20 minutes off the clock for you guys to pay me, if I want to go order Waffle House, I'm going to go order Waffle House. I already ran around and helped clean stuff up. Thank you, Dictator. Like, what's the issue? And I stay late, I help clean, I do stuff, and I'm gonna keep doing it. My thing is, if I'm off the clock technically, why am I being questioned about Waffle House? And on that note, you guys, let me just go ahead and go get ready, child, to put these clothes on and go, honey. It could be worse, though. That's what I tell myself. It could be a lot worse. So I'm just like, okay. I stay positive. I keep it respectful. Just don't do too much, child. Lord have mercy. Y'all, let's have a great night. It's okay if the message didn't come all the way out. It's okay if you didn't get it all the way right. It's okay. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing other stuff. You're working on a lot of things. We're taking care of ourselves. Like, I washed my hair tonight. I did this like low tension ponytail with like defined curls, and like made sure my hair was all clean. I'm good. Step off. All right, you guys, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. We will finish this reading. Just know you're not crazy. You're not exaggerating anything. You were born into spiritual warfare, and it's not a joke.